let's talk about the two most important things in the sport of baseball. And that's how much heart you got and how much hustle you have. The Heart and Hustle Award winners were announced yesterday. There was one winner for each team. If you're listening to this podcast and you're saying, what is the Heart and Hustle Award? I am now going to read you what it is. The MLB Players Alumni Association, that is important. These are former players. Vote on the active players who demonstrate a passion for the game of baseball, who best embody the value, spirit, and traditions of the game. One player from each major league team is chosen by the committees based on their passion, desire, and work ethic demonstrated both on and off the field. As the season draws to a close, alumni and active players will vote to select a final winner from the 30-team nominees. Does that sound vague and confusing? Well, you know what? It freaking is. If I list the previous winners, though, it might make things a little bit easier to understand. There is no better way to describe this award than to say that Craig Biggio is the only person who's ever won it in back-to-back seasons. He won it in 06 and 07 after David Eckstein won it in 2005. Grady Sizemore, 08. Albert Pujols, 09. Holiday in 2010. Torrey Hunter, 2011. Mike Trout, 2012. Dustin Pedroia, 13. That makes sense. Josh Harrison, 14. That makes sense. Anthony Rizzo, Todd Frazier, Brett Gardner, Mookie Betts, Howie Kendrick, Ozzie Albies, Paul Goldschmidt, and Marcus Semien in 2023. This press release says no award was presented in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which is silly. I mean, we were playing ball, were we not?
Not only were we playing ball, was there ever a season that if you were able to provide both heart and hustle, it was as remarkable as ever? I mean, if you were hustling with no fans, you should be recognized as such. So that's a little bit.
We should go back.
That's a little bit strange.
And we should go back retroactively and award the Heart and Hustle nominees for the 2020 season. Rewatch the whole season and the winner just for that.
Listen,
so what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What we're gonna do? The way we like to play this game is to guess who the heck got nominated for this nebulous, confusing award. I, in front of me, have the National League representatives. Jordan has the American League representatives in front of him. So we're going to guess the opposite. Jordan, why don't you go first? Let's go alphabetically, if that's possible, from the Arizona Diamondbacks down to the Washington Nationals. And we will begin with Arizona. Who is their Heart and Hustle Award nominee? You get one guess for each.
I'm going to guess Jake McCarthy.
Christian Walker.
Okay. All right. 0 for 1.
Atlanta Braves.
Ooh. I am going to go with, it's very hard to win this as a pitcher. So I'm generally going to pick position players. My Atlanta Braves pick is going to be Jared Kelenic.
Austin Riley. I'm going to tell you right now, as a hint, there are no pitchers on this list.
Okay.
Because pitchers don't have heart.
And guess really what? I'm going to tell you right now, there are no pitchers in the American League either.
Amazing.
So, okay. Yes. All right. Austin Riley. All right. Sure. Kelenic.
Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs.
I'm going to go with Ian Horner.
Correct. Nico Horner is correct. 1 for 3. Cincinnati Reds.
Ooh. I am going to go with Ellie here. I think
he's hustling, but not enough heart. Jonathan India.
I mean, India's the obvious pick, but that's disappointing. All right. LA did not win something. Okay. Who's next?
Colorado Rockies.
Doyle. Give me Doyle.
Easy.
All day long.
Lock. Brenton Doyle. Lock. 2, 4, 5. Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is an interesting one. Who has been? I'm gonna say that he has I'm gonna go with Teoscar. I'm gonna go with Teoscar.
Correct.
I don't think you could give it to one of the big three. Okay, all right, nice. I think he's very likable, and I think that all the players who you would normally maybe associate like Chris Taylor, they've just been so bad. Like Kike, they've just been so terrible that I don't think you could give them the award. So Teoscar, all right, I got it. Nice.
That's another great element of this award is you don't have to be good, but you can't stink.
Right.
The Miami Marlins.
Oh boy. Are they still on the team?
Yes.
Okay. This is really like generally has just been John Birdie over and over. Man, I don't know. I guess I'll go with like if he's still on the team. Oh, who's still on the team? Jake Berger?
It's Jake Berger. Yeah, you should have got that right away. But yes, it is Jake Berger. Milwaukee Brewers.
A lot of interesting picks here. I'm going to go with Bryce Terang.
Willie Adames.
Oh, okay.
New York Mets.
There's a lot of good picks there. New York Mets. Lindor.
Correct.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Phillies.
I'm going to go with Bohm.
This one's absolutely unhinged. Edmundo Sosa. I can't say why. It should be like Schwarber or like Johan Rojas. But Edmundo Sosa is crazy.
Again, though, like we learn from this. It always says like obviously this is fun podcast fodder, but like especially since this is involving the MLBPA, like you learn about players' reputations from awards like this. And people must love Edmundo Sosa. That's great. Okay. I never would have guessed, obviously.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go with Nick Gonzalez.
Brian Reynolds, San Diego Padres.
Oh, sorry. That's obvious. All right. San Diego Padres, there's some really good candidates here. I'm going to go Merrill.
Correct.
Yes. I feel good about that one.
San Francisco Giants.
San Francisco Giants. Oh, yucky. Ramos?
Matt Chapman.
Okay.
So much heart. So much hustle. St. Louis Cardinals.
All right. Oh, Cardinals. Brendan Donovan is like the guy here.
Lock it. Easy money.
Let's go, baby. All right. Feel good about that. Tommy Edmonds out of the way. So we got Brendan Donovan.
That's true. Tommy Edmonds should have won the Dodgers one, even though he hasn't played a game yet. Washington Nationals.
Ooh. Oh, man. I mean, I would have guessed Lane Thomas, but no, he hasn't played enough. So I'm just going to go with Abrams.
Ildemaro Vargas, who is sneaky important in that room.
He's definitely important in the room, but that's still even a more extreme version of the Sosa pick. Okay, wow. So how many did I get?
Horner, Doyle, Hernandez, Berger, Lindor, Merrill, Donovan. You went 7 for 15, my friend.
Okay. All right. So now, again, historically, when we've done this game, I have guessed all of them. So this is nice. This is nice to finally be able to turn it on you. We are now going to have Jake guess the American League, and we begin with your Baltimore Orioles.
Do we have to?
We do. And it's not Kobe Mayo or Jackson Holliday. So there's your hint.
It's either Gunnar or Adley, and I'm going to say that it's Adley Rutschman.
You are incorrect. It is Gunnar Henderson, Boston Red Sox.
Jarren Duran.
I mean, that's one of the layups of the entire exercise. Yes, that is correct. Chicago White Sox, who's been hustling and has the most heart on maybe the worst team in baseball history.
I think it has to be Nicky Lopez, right?
It should be, but it is Andrew Vaughn.
That's nuts.
Who I think Andrew Vaughn has played the most games for this team, which like deserves an award in and of itself. Let me check that quickly because that's actually amazing. You know who's played the most games for the White Sox is Paul DeYoung. Andrew Vaughn has played the second most. Gavin Sheets. Anyway, you are wrong. It should be Nicky Lopez, but it is Andrew Vaughn. We move to the Cleveland Guardians.
It's either Steven Kwan or Jose Ramirez. Both are legitimate picks. I'll say Steven Kwan.
I also thought it would be Kwan. It is Jose Ramirez, who is still an excellent selection. So no beef there. Detroit Tigers.
This one is impossible. This one's impossible. I'm going to say Jake Rogers.
No, it is Riley Green, who is injured. So you might have been owning yourself for looking at the active roster, which I did not do. You're already giving yourself more of a hint. We move to the Houston Astros of Houston. Who you got for Houston?
It should be Chas McCormick. It's not Chas McCormick. I'm going to say it's Altuve.
Jeremy Pena. Kansas City Royals.
Easy lock, Bobby Witt Jr.
Yes. All right, so you've got the 2 layups so far in Duran and Witt. Let's see if you can go on a run here in the second half. Angels of Anaheim. It is not Mike Trout as much as he is trying to. We don't want him to get hurt hustling again. So what do you got for the Angels?
It should be Kevin Pillar. It really should be Kevin Pillar. It's not Kevin Pillar. I'm going to say it's Zach Neto.
No, Ohapi, who has been... Yeah, it's Ohapi. Minnesota Twins. This one, I like your chances. I think.
Picking Royce Lewis is insane because he's played like 7 games. But I will go with Carlos Santana.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. No, Willie Castro. Willie Castro really checks like all the boxes, and you should have gotten that one. New York Yankees.
I will go with Anthony Volpe.
There you go. Nice job. Okay, you got 3 here. We need a big performance with 5 teams left. The Oakland A's. Kind of a lot of sneaky good picks.
I mean, I was on the A's, man. Like,
come, but they bang, dude. We've been talking about them. But this home runs
award's not about.
It's not about home runs. It's about heart and hustle.
I'm gonna go with. This is impossible.
Come on.
This is impossible.
Let's move it along.
Abraham Toro.
Wow, I love that guess. No, it is Max Schumann, who I think most people have not heard of. And an excuse to tell a Max Schumann story super quickly. I saw the A's play in Cleveland earlier this season. Max Schumann hit his first career home run, and he had a ton of family there because I believe he's from Michigan. And like you could hear, because it was not a very well attended game. Cleveland attendance has been good this year, but obviously that one was not very well attended. You could hear them like from the press box going absolutely nuts. It was, and it's not even like the press box is that low. It was one of my favorite moments of the season is his family and friends going wild over his first career home run. So shouts out to Max Schumann, heart and hustle. Seattle Mariners.
What MLB alumni know who the frick Max Schumann is? That is so stupid. Seattle Mariners is gonna be Cal Raleigh.
Yes. Good job. You have now 4 correct, 3 remaining. Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, gross. Tampa Bay Rays. I hope it's not Taylor Walls. I'm gonna say Josh Lowe.
Bad guess. Richie Palacios getting.
Oh heck yeah, dude!
Which is a great pick. Which is a great pick.
It's the right pick. Yeah.
2 left. Texas Rangers.
Marcus Semien forever.
Correct. Now you got 5. You cannot win, but you can get closer if you can get the Toronto Blue Jays.
Dalton Varsho.
Nice job. All right. So you ended up with 6. You got Jarren Duran. You got Bobby Witt Jr., you got Anthony Volpe, you got Cal Raleigh, Marcus Semien, and Dalton Varsho. But I will take the dub as the veteran of this game. I am not surprised that I was able to squeeze it out, but a valiant effort.
The toss-ups, the Gunnar Adley toss-up and the Stephen Kwan Jose Ramirez toss-up came back to bite me. Those could have gone any way. Happy with our performance here at Heart and Hustle. Email us. Let us know if you understand the qualifications for this award, because we would sure as hell love to know. Jordan, before we take a quick break, who you got? Who wins the whole thing? Who wins it all this year?
Oh, man. Who wins the whole thing? Okay, well, just looking at the American League ones that I am looking at right now, Bobby Witt's got to be the
Bobby Witt,
because you basically are alternating between like best young breakout player that it's basically the Trout 2012 winner, right? That's kind of what the mold that we're talking about.
Bobby Witt Jr. is a strong pick. Brenton Doyle, sneaky dark horse to bring home the Heart and Hustle trophy, which the Heart and Hustle trophy should just be a pair of white baseball pants that are just dragged through the mud and not washed and sent to your mansion in a bag.
Yeah, doesn't seem like a Rocky has ever won. But I don't think a Royal has either. So you know what? Let's see who can stand out and make it happen.
Think about how much heart you need to be on the 2024 Rockies and not quit.